morning, family and friends. Pastor Dylon T. Young coming to you once again from Bethlehem Baptist Church in Alexandria, Virginia with Monday Matters. This is a big deal this time of the year for sports fans. We are on what is referred to as March Madness, NCAA basketball championship for men and women. And this is a big deal. They have the 64 team brackets. Starts out with 68 teams, but essentially 64 teams. And they have to go through each round, they go from 64 to 32, 32 to Sweet 16, Sweet 16 to Elite 8, Elite 8 to the Final Four, and the Final Four to the championship game. Each round they have to go through. And here's the kicker. Only one team is going to go undefeated. That's the champion. There's no round robin, only one team. And that tells me that those teams, they have to stay disciplined. They're playing every weekend, more or less. They have to stay disciplined. They got to stay focused. They got to be able to balance. A lot of these kids, college kids, they got to balance their school life and their practice and focusing on game film. It takes a great deal of discipline to win that championship. Don't that sound a lot like the Christian journey that we're on? We get over one hurdle. In other words, the basketball team wins one round, but now they got to face another opponent. That's how it's in Christian journey. We win one round, we get over past one opponent or one hurdle, and then there's another one. We clear that one, we done well, we're right around the corner, there's another thing. We pay one bill, and now another bill shows up. We get past one health issue, and now the doctor tells us there's something else, or we deal with one issue at home, now we got something to do with our kids, or our spouse, or our cousins, or brother, sister, whatever. It's always something. How do we manage this on our Christian journey? The writer of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11 says that no discipline at the time is fun. In fact, he says it's painful. It creates sorrowful. In other words, while we're disciplining ourselves, it's challenging. It's not fun. But he says, but in the long run, finally, we're going to see joy. We're going to see a harvest. In other words, the writers let us know while we're disciplining ourselves, while we're going through this journey, it's going to be painful. It's going to be sorrowful. It's not going to be fun. But at long last, we will receive our harvest. We will receive a harvest of righteousness. So how do we go through this journey and stay focused? First, we got to stay in prayer. We have to stay in prayer. I'm not just talking about that quick prayer we do right before we eat our food. I'm not talking about the prayer we do at night before we go to bed and we're all tired. I'm talking about staying in constant prayer with God throughout the day. Every challenge, every issue, even when things are going well, we keep talking to the Lord, making sure we're staying in communication with Him. But not only that, we stay in God's word because God's word tells us who we are. He tells us what is planned for our lives. That's how we stay in focus. That's how we get through these challenges, all these hurdles. And like the NCAA tournament, we'll get through the next round. We'll get through the next round as we stay focused. It will not be fun at times, but we will receive our harvest if we stay disciplined, if we stay focused. So on this Monday morning, my friends, I encourage you, the challenge you're going through right now, keep in mind what the writer's Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11 says. It may be painful right now, but good days are coming. God's word tells us that we are more than conquerors. He's talking to you. He's talking to me. So be encouraged this Monday morning, my friends. God bless you.